Good day, everybody. Beaver here. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. Welcome back to Space Engineers, everyone. So, alright guys, I went ahead and I redid the front of our Titan that we did last episode. And I like it. I like it a lot better. I did go ahead and add some of these angled blocks. But I think I miscommunicated when I was looking for last episode. For the windows, I was looking for these kind of blocks, like this one. Not so much these. I saw these. But this one right here, you see how it's kind of like a 45-degree angle on the Y and X axis? That's kind of what I was looking for. Not so much the Z axis, which is this one right here has. So I kind of dig it. Anyway, yeah, so it's kind of funny. The front of this, it kind of like has like a little face. Let's go ahead and kind of look at this real quick. Yeah, it's got like two little eyes and a nose and a mouth down at the bottom. I don't know. It makes me laugh. It's kind of scary looking and makes me laugh at the same time, which is kind of perfect for me. I have been doing a whole bunch of mining back over here. This episode, I want to go to space. So I've been mining a whole bunch of uranium down there. I have a lot of uranium all over the place. I always hear people saying that uranium's hard to find, but I don't know. I can't go 5 feet without tripping over a pile of it. I did crash my miner down there in that when I was mining that uranium. I just didn't stop in time and I ended up crashing it at the very bottom. So I needed to get a lot of stuff mined and refined up between episodes. So I went in and built another miner, and I like it. It's kind of a long but kind of skinny one. So that's kind of what I decided to go for, was long and skinny. And it's perfect for kind of doing like little tunnels, which you know how the kind of the veins are kind of like, you know, long and skinny like that. Yeah, so that's kind of why I decided to design my new miner that way, where it's long and skinny. Apparently I lost an engine on my last little mining trip. I just came back from a mining trip right now. And apparently I banged an engine on there somewhere. But yeah, so it seems to be working pretty well. I added some lights inside of here with our refinery. So this is kind of I guess it's kind of greenish. Is this green? Yeah, I think it's kind of greenish type lights. I'm not very good at colors. And then we have kind of the bluish type lights for the cockpit right here. So I kind of like it. It kind of gives like a little mood setting. These are our type of modded lights, which I really dig. But yeah, anyway, what I actually want to do this episode is I want to go to space. So I still need to do a whole bunch of more mining. So I thought we'd go ahead and do that. Well, I'll go ahead and do a lot of the mining off camera. But we'll talk real quick about kind of what my kind of, you know, near-term goals are. Is number one, I would like to find the moon of Earth, right? So I want to find a moon for the Earth-type planet. And I want to build a base just at the kind of on the surface of Earth near the moon. So that way we can kind of go between the two really easily. And I also want to go to Mars. So we might actually go to Mars, maybe this episode or next episode. But I want to do that. Once I get the ship, we're going to build a ship this episode that's going to be capable of getting, not into orbit, of course. I mean, orbit, there is no orbital mechanics in Space Engineers. But there is kind of a gravity. In real life, there's once you get outside of Earth's atmosphere, gravity doesn't stop. So like on the space station, you know, all the people up there on the space station, yeah, they're experiencing the same kind of gravity that we are here on Earth. I mean, pretty much. It's like 95%. You know, 95% of our gravity is what they're experiencing as well. But in Space Engineers, what they do is instead of kind of... the reason that the people on the space station are able to float is because of velocity, right? They go around the Earth, you know, in an hour and a half. That's how fast they're going. They're going really fast. And that's how kind of, you know, they're able to float. But what Space Engineers does, instead of having orbital mechanics like in the real world, they just make gravity just go away once you get outside the atmosphere of Earth. So that's kind of how it all works. And I'm thinking we're going to build a space station kind of between Earth and Earth's moon and use that kind of as kind of like a little way station, kind of like a little storage area. I think I'm going to mine some right here. I think this would be a good spot to do a little bit of mining. So yeah, all right. So let me do a bit of mining right here. I think this is all iron and that kind of stuff. I'm not entirely sure. But this looks like a good spot to park. I might actually back up to kind of like the back of this little kind of pickup truck. I kind of think of the Titan as like a pickup truck. So I might back up a bit of the pickup truck kind of facing this little mining area right here and do a whole bunch of mining. And I'll be back to build our little rocket. Yeah, we're going to build a little rocket to get into outside the atmosphere. So not in orbit. I'm going to keep trying to say orbit, but I know it's not actually in orbit. I know there aren't actually orbital mechanics and that kind of stuff, but yeah. So, all right, we'll be right back. Oh, you remember last episode when I said I was going to test out that catwalk covering up the connector? port, yeah, it works. It works. I can go ahead and cover up that connector port. So you see here, kind of how I kind of bring it in right over here. So I painted it yellow, kind of right where my miner is. So that way I know kind of like where the connector is and how close I need to be in order to see. There we go. Now we're all connected up. I go ahead and lock right there. I go ahead and lock my oh, let's go ahead and turn that off right there. Okay, and now I can just go ahead and turn my engines off right there, and we're all connected up. So I go ahead and kind of look in here, and now we're all connected up in there. So yeah, isn't that fantastic? So with that little catwalk right there covering up the connector, it seems to work out just fine, just fine. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. Now, this is what I call a mining operation. This is all nickel over here. So you see this kind of different colored stuff right down here? Yeah, that's all nickel. And then we have iron kind of all kind of in the middle part of this. And then on the far side of this, back over here, you kind of see that's all cobalt right down there. And I was actually just now finishing up mining a whole bunch of cobalt. So I want to see if I can actually dock this. We're really, really heavy. I could barely kind of get off the ground here. So I'm kind of at the limit of kind of being able to get up off the ground with my miner, which is why I have the Titan now, right? So I go ahead and just kind of come in here like this. Oh, please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Okay, so I just kind of come in like this and then land. And there we go. And it's docked. Okay. Now I go ahead and usually I turn off my engines right there. And I go ahead and hit number 2. So I hit number 4 to turn off the engines. Number 2 to go ahead and lock everything. So it goes ahead and locks everything and it starts kind of sorting out my inventories. So yeah, it automatically pulls everything out of my inventories except until it's like not full anymore. Once it gets full, it kind of, I don't know. It's a little bit slow on that front. But yeah, so rock on. Oh, one other thing it does is I have right here, uranium priority 2, 10. That 10 means that whenever I dock up, it automatically restocks my miner with 10 ingots of uranium. So yeah, I love these programmable blocks. Amazing. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and head on back over to our base and we're going to start building our spaceship. Yeah, so we're going to go off to space. All right, meet you guys over there. Whee! Oh, I love this Titan. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, I'm having so much fun. So hopefully, I ran over a tree and it did not destroy my ship. So it just appeared. It jumped out of nowhere. Yeah, I don't know. These trees just have a way of just like appearing out of thin air. It's just kind of craziness. But oh my gosh, I'm going a bit too fast, aren't I? Yeah, I need to slow this down. All right, I'll meet you guys over there when I'm ready. Go ahead and start building. Okay guys, so I'm currently in my welder and I've decided to extend my base out here to the waterfront because I put like, you can see I put like a little connector right here on the back of the Titan. Yeah, the Titan has 2 million kilograms, so like 2,000 tons of ingots on it right now from all that mining. And our little atmospheric flyers, they can only carry 200 tons. So they can't carry that 2,000 tons of ingots that's on the Titan right now. That's why we have the Titan, just to be able to carry all that stuff, right? So I'm thinking I need to be able to plug the Titan into the base to transfer all that stuff, because it would just take forever to try and transfer it from the... Is our left one... You know, one thing I noticed is... There we go. So, okay, so now our left one's going. It's just the middle mouse button. I noticed that last episode as well. So at some point, I think I was painting something. When I paint things while I'm in the miner, like if I was to go ahead and go to build mode like this, yeah, whenever I paint something like this, I push the middle mouse button, and then it switches my welders from single to double. I mean, well, whatever, from double to single or whatever, however it works. So I need to go ahead and repaint all these right here. And get out of build mode and then make sure that our welders are still in twin. I don't know, whatever. But here's a nice little platform that we go ahead and just kind of like, you know, set the sucker down so I can go ahead and restock it and all that kind of good stuff. But anyway, one other thing I'm thinking about doing is putting like a VAB out here. So building a VAB where we're going to build our rocket and then maybe a crawler that will take it out to a launch pad somewhere. Yeah, I think that'd be amazing. Just like what NASA has. I think that'd be really, really cool. So let me go ahead and continue building this out right here and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so now I'm going to try and dock up my Titan. So this is my first time to try and do this. I haven't finished welding up the concrete blocks because I am out of stuff, like big time. Okay, so we have that kind of somewhat close. You can kind of see I made like a little kind of like a little path kind of thing to kind of guide me all the way back there. I'm thinking the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is the way we're going to actually connect up with the connector right there is we're going to let's see, increase offset and decrease offset. So that's going to be right here. Okay, so now we can go ahead and number 6 should lower us down. So we're going to drop ourselves down to right. Oh goodness, that's awfully I should probably put like a little control thing here on the back. So there we go. There we go. I think we're actually connected. Let's see. So if I was to actually go on into here and grab this, no, not this one. Grab, where's my connector? So this connector right here, go ahead and switch lock right here. So if I was to go ahead and do like this right here, do I have access? Yay, look at this. I have access to everything. So if we were to go ahead and jump in here, let's see, Titan container. If I was to go ahead and drag all of my, let's see, let's go ahead and kind of look at this right here. So this is all my stuff. So if I was to, let's see, Titan container right here, gravel. There's a whole bunch of gravel right there. Let's go ahead and drag it back over here to our main storage. So I'll put as much as we can in there. I love it. I love it. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. So now I can go ahead and make all the concrete that, yeah, I ran out of gravel making concrete. So I'll be back. All right, I want to show y'all what I just did. So I built this little thing right here where I can kind of fly my little welder up and it docks, but that's not the cool part of it. The cool part of it is this. So right here where it says welder cargo, okay? You see here how I have like computers priority 1, 100, bulletproof glass, right? It's priority 1, 200, and 1,000 girders and all that kind of good stuff. Well, what that does is if you go ahead and look in here and down to, where is it? There it is. Our welder cargo, it automatically restocks our welder with all the stuff that it has from our main inventory kind of in our base. So if I need a whole bunch of concrete slabs, like I have it programmed to, like for 5,000 concrete slabs because I don't know, I just need as many as I possibly can because I need like a gazillion of these things. But yeah, so it automatically restocks this with exactly however many I set right here. So like computers 100, so it automatically puts 100 computers in here if I have that in my base storage. One little thing I do want to kind of mention, I have had to add, if you go and look at, where is it, Tim? Okay, you remember when we first set this up, I set right here the prefix to nothing. Well, I've had to add Tim back into the prefix. And the reason for that is because I added an autopilot mod. And I haven't used the autopilot mod, but the autopilot mod, it breaks the scripting of it. It doesn't use any kind of prefix or anything like that. So it's, if I, try and put something in here, then automatically it's like, okay, am I using autopilot mod or am I using Tim? I don't know. So I put a prefix in there so it knows, okay, Tim, this is for Tim, not the autopilot mod. Unfortunately, the autopilot mod, it doesn't have it. It doesn't, you can't use prefixes in it yet. But hopefully that gets added here in the future. Anyway, so yeah, so my welder gets restocked super easy. Yeah, I love it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and build a VAB and we'll be back to start on our spaceship. Okay, I think this right here is going to be our foundation for our VAB. You think it's big enough? In fact, I don't think I can fit the Titan in this thing. It might actually be too small for the Titan. But this is going to be a VAB. It's going to be for vertical rockets and that kind of stuff. So it doesn't need to have as big a footprint since it's going to be vertical, right? VAB, it's in the name. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and this is probably all the concrete I'm going to do for the VAB. The top part of it's probably going to be iron. It's probably going to be made out of kind of steel blocks and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, rock on. So, all I wanted to do was build a little spaceship and go to space this episode, and I've gotten carried away with infrastructure. But I like it. I dig it. This is going to be my VAB. And I'm thinking we're going to have a crawler that's going to come in here. We're going to build on the crawler, and then the crawler is going to go out to a launch pad. And we're going to do kind of like how NASA does it, right? Where they fuel the hydrogen and oxygen out at the launch pad. So we're going to have like an oxygen generator and tanks and all that kind of stuff out at the launch pad. And we're going to have connectors. So it's going to be connected up. So we're going to put the payload on the rocket inside of the VAB, and then we're going and take that rocket out to the launch pad and launch it out there. Now, I know it's kind of wasteful and it's not the most efficient thing in the world in space engineers, but I think it's going to be fun. Also, I did do a few little things right here. I put in some stairs so I can easily access my Titan and my welder from right here. So see, I can just jump on my welder like that, or I can run it right over here and jump on my Titan if I need to. So yeah, anyway, I'm digging it. I'm gonna go ahead and actually I need to jump on the welder right now and go and weld up this frame. So spacebar. Oh gosh. Oops. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go and weld up some of this stuff, and we'll be back to continue building. Good Lord, this thing is huge. So I ended up doing the windows backwards, and that's intentional. I kind of want to let as much light in as is possible. Let's go ahead and can I? Oh no, I'm out of bulletproof glass. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, I keep running out of bulletproof glass, but yeah, I got lots and lots of silicon, so that's good to go. Woohoo! I love welding. This welder is amazing. I think half of the reason that I'm actually building this huge entire structure is an excuse to go ahead and use this amazing welder. Just to do this right here. It's so much fun. It is so much fun. Yeah, look at that sucker go. Oh, it's amazing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do this, and then we're going to build a launch pad next. Here we go. All right, so our VAB is done, and I'm currently working on the launch pad. I'm thinking the launch pad is going to be right over here. I'll tell you what, this concrete it's not very, I don't think the concrete mod's very well balanced. It requires an utterly absurd amount of stone. I have gone mining for stone so many times that it would have been a million times easier just to build all of this out of iron. So, I don't know. I do want this to be concrete, though. So, that's the only thing. I would love for... The launch pad just needs to be concrete. I mean, right? It's a launch pad. Rockets are going to be taken off of it. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go do a little bit more mining, and I'll be back to... We'll go ahead and finish up that launch pad right over there. I'm getting excited. I'm almost done with our little launch space center. Yeah, it's good. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so let's see here. A few little things that we need to go ahead and do right quick before we are ready to go ahead and start building rockets and all that kind of good stuff. Let's go ahead and get out of build mode here and unlock you. And off we go. Okay, so let me go ahead and give you a quick little kind of show you the spaceport. So here's our VAB, and the VAB is really tall, and I like it because we're going to be able to do scaffolding and all that kind of stuff in here really easily. So we can get in on the rocket ourselves and not have to build, on our welder or something like that, which can be a bit derpy sometimes. So I like the idea of being able to scaffold around here really easily. So that's kind of the idea there. I do have this little connector. You kind of see it raised up right there. And that's going to go ahead and load the payloads onto the rocket. And the rocket's going to be built on top of a crawler. And then we're going to take that crawler with the rocket out over here to the launch pad. So you can see we have a launch pad out here with another connector right there. And that connector right there is going to go ahead and load up the rocket with fuel. So all the hydrogen and oxygen. Of course, the oxygen is not being used as fuel in this case, like it is in real life. But the oxygen is there so that we can actually breathe out in space. Yeah. So yeah, rock on. I also have a conveyor coming all the way out here. So that's going to be for what we're about to do right now. Let's go ahead. Oh, that's right. I was going to finish this up right here. So I'm getting excited. This spaceport is going to be amazing. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I know it's not the most efficient way to go about doing this kind of stuff, but I think it's going to be fun. And that's the whole point of games, right? Is to do fun things. And so let's go ahead and build something right here. So let's see. Let's go ahead and make you, how about this blue? I think that's blue. I don't know. You guys let me know. So we're going to go ahead and put a oxygen generator right here. So boom, just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and on this side, maybe we'll go ahead and put a conveyor right there. Let's go ahead and connect up this conveyor with that right there. So we'll go ahead and let's see. How do we want to do this? All right, we'll just go ahead and take you out right there, you out right there. And then we'll go ahead and, are you facing up? Yeah, I think you are. All right, fantastic. And then out this way, we're going to go out this way. We're going to, let's see, we're going to, how do we want to do this? Oh, we'll take a conveyor out this way like that. Then we're going to go ahead and turn you up like that. And we'll go ahead and spin you around like this. So there we go. And okay, so that's going to be our little conveyor system for all of this. Let's go ahead and jump out of build mode and weld all this up. So yeah, so that right there, the oxygen generator is going to go ahead and start producing both oxygen and hydrogen. And we're going to store that stuff in some tanks that we're going to put right out here. So everything's good to go right there. Maybe. I don't know. I guess so. This hydrogen tank is going to be huge. So it's going to be absolutely massive. So let's go ahead and get the hydrogen. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Oh, isn't that fantastic? Oh, that's the hydrogen tank. So I love it. I was thinking about doing a modded hydrogen tank, seeing how that looked, but I don't know. We'll check that out maybe in our next one. So I want to kind of do, simple hydrogen tanks and, simple stuff for our first little spaceport. And then we'll get into kind of modded type stuff a little bit later. And we'll go ahead and throw an oxygen tank maybe on top of here. That might be kind of cool. And then we'll go ahead and let's go ahead and weld these up right here. So yeah, so this is going to right down there should actually, let's actually jump out and check. So let's go ahead and jump into you and see where is our oxygen something. It should be processing. Okay, here's our oxygen generator. It's processing all this ice, and it's going to go ahead and turn that ice into oxygen and hydrogen. And we'll see like little lights right here. We'll show how full it is. I don't know if you can actually check and see. I don't know. Can you actually see how full it is inside of this thing? I don't know. Info panel. are you going to... Look how many blocks my little station is now. Oh, let's go ahead and rename you. Landing pad. Or actually, landing base. So this is actually where we landed on the Earth, right? So, yeah. All right, so fantastic. Okay, so there's that. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and process all that hydrogen and oxygen and get the fuel ready to go. And then we're going to come back next episode and build ourselves a rocket and go off into space and maybe visit Mars or something like that. But it should be fun launching off this thing. I love this. I love this launch center. Yeah, our little space center. Do y'all like it? Do y'all like it? I love it. All right, thanks for hanging out, everyone. Stay safe. Bye-bye.